Heru Ptah has attracted media attention for his novel A Hip-Hop Story, thought to be the first fictional book about hip-hop since the music's inception over 2 decades ago.
When I found out that I was possibly being the first person to write a hip-hop novel, that, I felt very good about it, and I wanted to be that. I wanted to push that, and, it's funny that, when it came out that they started saying hip-hop story was like the birth of a new genre, so to speak.
That's great, thank you.
For a long time, hip-hop was thought of as a fad, and that it wouldn't last. So it took a while before it started being taken seriously. I mean, a lot of people did take it seriously in that they would chronicle it, they did it in a non-fictional manner. Then there's the whole stigma that hip-hop don't read. Having decided to go independent with it, the only option that I knew of then from what we did before it was successful was just selling it on the streets. But this time I decided that I was going to try selling this one on a train. The best thing is to get people who are seated and they're already captive so you can already speak to them. Like, it's real hard trying to pull somebody who's already in their motion, way to look at your stuff. But on the train, it's like every car is a store. And sometimes they're more packed than stores are, you know what I'm saying? And you just go out there and you do your pitch.
While working the subway, Heru happened to sell a copy of A Hip-Hop Story to the director of MTV Books. He liked it so much that he offered the young writer a publishing contract.
When the deal was offered with MTV, it wasn't like I just jumped at it, It came, and then I looked at it, and, we studied it, and it was just a question of whether or not they could get me to the place I wanted to get to faster than I could by myself.
Usually sometimes when you start out, first time, like when you're just beginning, like you're a little bit nervous. But you come out and, you just barely spiel about, I'm a young artist, wrote and published my first novel. It's a hip-hop story. It's the hottest book in the streets right now, 6 months from now, it's the #1 book in the country. 1 year from now, #1 in the world. You see me here today, tomorrow you see me on Oprah. And, so I used to do it every day, and I was fortunate I was able to drop 10,000 of them doing that. I used to average 10 an hour, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes I might only sell 3 in that hour, but in the next hour I might sell 17, So then it just it's a thing of, it just teaches you that no matter how many no's you hear in life, there's always a yes around the corner.
Heru's writing career began with poetry. He performs spoken word throughout New York and around the world, and that shows when he promotes his book.
I got a hunger for the truth and a talent in the booth. I'm spitting 200 proof, 100% juice.
I like it to be entertaining. You know what I'm saying? I've been to readings also wherein I've just sat there and been zoning out, waiting for them to finish reading. And it's just like a monotone drawl, and they're just going through the whole run of it. And so, I try to make it a bit more entertaining.
Thank you for your next novel.
With a hip-hop story, I'd like to give you a sense of how these times are. You know what I'm saying? And the world that we're in this new millennium is post-9/11 world, and what the culture and the youth were into.